My name is Kia Reed, and I want to talk to those of you about what the Boys and Girls Club not only means to me, but also to all the children who attend. I can't begin to fully explain what an honor it is to be given the opportunity to be representing the Boys and Girls Club of San Luis Valley as the Youth of the Year. I remember a few years ago when I was younger serving at the Youth of the Year banquets. Each time I couldn't get a grasp of how much I had looked up to the person in my spot. Being the Youth of the Year to me means that I am a leader, and not only am I a leader at home or at school, but I am a leader at the club. Every day while working, I set an example, whether it's to take turns or to play a fair game of pool. Children follow the examples they are given, and I hope that to the children here today, that I am as much of an example to them as a previous Youth of the Year were to me. I want them to ask what they can do to become the Youth of the Year when they are older, or how they can make a difference in our club and in our community. I'll be honest, when I first started attending the Boys and Girls Club, I hated it. At the beginning, I didn't know what the club was going to do for me. I didn't realize that the Boys and Girls Club was going to change my life for the better and affect me for the rest of my life. When I started going to the Boys and Girls Club, I was extremely shy and reserved. I wasn't used to being around kids I didn't know, and I wasn't open to explore the new opportunities I had right in front of me. I wasn't able to make new friends because I was too afraid of starting a conversation with a stranger and meeting new people. I began to open up to the staff because they were always so friendly. They had convinced me to go into some of the other rooms to join in the activities. I became less shy and gained many friends. Kids that I met and gained friendships with are still some of my best friends today. Within months, I started to realize that the Boys and Girls Club was much more than a place where I went to after school or where my parents were at work. It was a place where I felt accepted for who I was, where I learned to be a kid, and where I grew into the young woman I am today. Many see me as a girl who has come a long way because I live in a good environment and a household. And just because I have that label, people don't think I have any problems at home or with my relationships with people. However, people don't always understand that I have had hard trials in my lifetime. But throughout these rough patches in my life, I have had some very important people and role models to help me through it all, especially the Boys and Girls Club staff. When I was in 3rd grade, my parents got divorced. And just like the majority of kids, when their parents are separated, they will be affected one way or another. I was upset because the family I had envisioned as perfect wasn't together anymore. However, we all know when a child has a reason to be sad, they will need a reason to become happy again. And when that child was given that reason to be happy, they will be happy to know that they can turn to someone for help again. The Boys and Girls Club gave me that reason to be happy. The staff never failed to let me know that they would always be there for me when I was feeling down in the dumps. They would check to see how I was doing and were constantly there for support. Because of the support I got from the Boys and Girls Club, I was able to overcome my grief from my parents' divorce and be the happy, carefree child I truly was. In the summer of 2007, just weeks before my first day of 7th grade, my dad checked into rehab near Denver. Before my family told me the real reason why my dad wasn't there, I already knew his absence was because he had an addiction. I knew this without anyone telling me because I was a Snoopy kid and I had found evidence of his addiction. Not being able to tell my family about what I had found and about my dad's secret put a heavy burden on me. I was scared to tell somebody because I didn't know if I would get into trouble for snooping, but I knew it was important to tell somebody for my sake. The only person I told was my best friend who I met at the club. I never told any of the staff why I wasn't being myself and why I was constantly stressed. I did have a reason why I didn't tell them, but it wasn't because I didn't trust them, and it wasn't because I didn't rely on them for the extra support, because I did. But it was because I knew that I didn't have to tell the staff what was going on in my life for them to give me the support that they did. Even though that they didn't have a clue about my dad, the staff had lifted most of the stress off my shoulders just with the comfort of knowing I had people who cared about me no matter what. And by the way, I am so proud of my dad because he will be 6 years sober this summer. There's something we all tend to overlook from time to time, and it's that there are children, some who come here and others that don't, that are in need of the happiness, the help, and the motivation to get through the day that the club has given me and so many others. I am not the only person whose parents have gotten divorced or had a parent who is addicted to alcohol or drugs, or has had problems at home. Over 64% of children who attend the club in Colorado are living in poverty. 33% are from single-parent households. All those children who are represented by those percentages come to the Boys and Girls Club to get a sense of safety and to feel the compassion that they long for. They come because they don't have a place to run to, nowhere they can feel safe. They come to the Boys and Girls Club because some children do not have anybody who will ask them how their day was or if they can help them with their homework. The club gives these kids the opportunity to feel safe and cared about, to have somebody to talk to and help them try to solve their problems going on in their lives. It lets these children know that somebody out there truly cares about them. Although children may not tell staff all of the details about their life, when they are in a situation where help is needed, they know exactly where they can turn to, and that's the Boys and Girls Club. To children like myself, the staff and the fellow members are like a safety net. If you fall, somebody is there to catch you and pick you right back up while giving you new hope when the world around you comes crashing down. The Boys and Girls Club is a place where children can be inspired by those around them. The Boys and Girls Club has a mission to inspire and enable all young people to realize their full potential as productive, responsible, and caring citizens. The club wants to give these children a positive outlook on life and on themselves, to have them want to become successful and be involved in the community, to give back to others because you never know when somebody else needs it. The Boys and Girls Club strives to better the life of every child that walks through these doors. Before the Boys and Girls Club, I never set goals for myself. I wasn't the type of girl who cared if I was successful or happy in the future. I didn't believe in myself and I wasn't very confident, and I had the mentality that anything I did wasn't good enough. The staff taught me that I was wrong and that I do have the potential to do anything I dreamt of doing. They showed me that the only thing that matters is how bad I wanted it and how hard I worked. Because of the staff, I know it's okay to make mistakes. After all, I am human. But I have to learn from those mistakes in order to grow. The Boys and Girls Club helps me gain the self-confidence I once lacked to succeed in life. I'm currently enrolled at the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs, where I will major in biology with my goal to ultimately become a pediatrician. Whether we realize how much the Boys and Girls Club has affected our lives when we are attending or while we are older, the club changes our life more than we will ever know. When you see somebody who has been a member as long as I have, somebody who has only stopped coming to the club because they switched school districts and was involved in high school sports, somebody who has come back and volunteered numerous amount of hours during their senior year in high school and then works here, you begin to think to yourself, wow, the Boys and Girls Club has made such a huge impact on her life. I wonder how many other kids have been and will be affected as positively as she has. And I'll answer that question for you. All of them.